event. So let's dive straight in. Let's start with Brianna Williams, right? Um, Actually, it's the weirdest thing happened when I was watching the Brianna race. Okay, so I was doing my makeup at the time. So I didn't get a chance to see them when they were doing, the camera when they were calling out their names. So I immediately just jumped straight in as they were, in their blocks about to go off. So I didn't see where Brianna was. So I was assuming that she was closer to the center of the track, not all the way over there in lane 9. I don't know why she was put in lane 9, considering that, it's not like these people in this race, other than, in terms of, the name or the weight of your name. Gabby Thomas is big in the race, obviously Alia Hobbs, but I don't really see, the other people as a bigger draw than a Brianna Williams. So I was really surprised that she was all the way out in lane 9. Anyway, I didn't know she was in lane 9. So I've been looking in the middle of the track, and there was some short girl over there, I think beside Aaliyah, that I was thinking was Brianna. And I just remember she had a pretty good start, but then she started to fade. And I'm like, oh my God, what's going on? What's going on? Then I see the time, 10:98, and I'm like, but this is definitely not a good run. It's not a good run. What went wrong with Brianna? Didn't love that execution at all. Then I look over in the comment section and I see people saying, wow, Brianna. I'm like, what did I miss? So on the replay now, I see that Brianna's in lane 9. I was not looking in lane 9 for Brianna at all. So her being all the way out there, like when I'm watching track, I'm zoned in on a particular set of athletes. So I literally miss the people on the outside, right? Because I'm not looking there. So I missed her completely. But in the replay now, I was able to see her and I'm like, oh my God, Brianna looked so good. Her execution, of course, her first 30 again, she was leading from the gun. But not only that, after 60 is where, quote unquote, we would have been seeing the issues for Brianna. We saw, last week where she held form and she executed her race and, she ran 11:04. The question was, would she be able to, replicate, her going out and executing? That's the biggest issue, I think, for Jamaicans, or that's what they want to see from Brianna, is her just executing. The times will come. Once you execute a good race, the times will come. So the biggest question was, on a lot of people's minds, because she was moving from 11:2 to 11:04, right? So the biggest question I suppose a lot of people would be having is, can she replicate this, in future races? Will we be able to see it next week? Well, come today, she came out and she executed the same way she executed in Kingston. Actually, I would probably say it was better than she executed in Kingston. I'm surprised by the actual time though. They had a positive 1.2 meters per second wind. So I'm really, really surprised by the time, because I was expecting Alia Hobbs to run around 10:8-ish. I know I had Brianna running, mid 10:95s to 11 seconds. So with the race ending, Alia Hobbs running 10.98 seconds for first, and Brianna Williams, sorry, equaling her season's best, running 11.04 seconds for second. I would say that was a really, really good performance by Brianna. I mean, it didn't fall in the range of the time that I was expecting. Also, I did put her about fourth. Um, but again, she finished much, much higher. But I'm happy because of the execution. Times will come once you're executing. And I think this is a good sign that come trials, we may be able to see a personal best from Brianna, in the sense of finally dipping into 10:8. It was a really, really good look for her. I wasn't at all impressed, I have to say, by Aaliyah. I think she's still getting back from, her having that breaking her wrist. So, she has to make sure she's careful, because this 10:98 doesn't necessarily separate her from the rest of the field for the US trials, right? When you're looking at, yeah, Shakiri seems to be way out there, but if everybody is bunched up, you can get bounced out. So Alia has to be very, very, very careful as it relates to that, because a lot of people would have been calling her for a sure spot in their mind. It's me myself. I was calling her for a sure spot, to make the team, but she hasn't really separated herself since getting that injury. So she has to definitely be careful there. As it relates to Brianna, I definitely believe she can come to trials and compete. And I mean by compete, try to get a spot on the team. It's gonna be tough. It's not gonna be easy, but she can definitely put in her all and see what she gets at the end of the day.